No, the quiz you will be seeing is from the original user. To avoid copyright issue, I cut out the parts from the original video and added with a different effect. That way it will not cause any copyright issues. Basically, I just cut out from the original video, not the full part. I hope this will be helping for the YouTube community and enjoy the video. Enjoy. Throughout the decade, there is one quote that describes power from the legendary Stan Lee. He stated that with great power comes with great responsibility. But for these two, power is a way to not use for their own responsibility, but also for their own tension and destruction. SMG4 Waluigi, the rejection god and also tail stand, was the user of the SMG4 universe, and Sonic.EXE, the extra-dimensional demon and also the corrupted Sonic of the Creepypasta universe. Now, for this debate, I am not going to be excluding some fan games based around Sonic.EXE, which are technically not canon, and I'll be only focused on the original incarnation of Sonic.EXE. So that way, this fight will be fair. My name is Deadsoul24, and my job analyzes these two combatants to see who will win in a deadly duo. In the world of SMG4, imagine how much the Mario characters would be like if they, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, retarded and also very interesting. Unlike their counterparts, SMG4, or known as Super Mario Waluigi 4, is none other than had the strongest one out there, whether become memes or just become memes as best. But there's one being that even caused an annihilation of the Mushroom Kingdom, even causing an apocalypse of one sort. His name is Waluigi, well, SMG4 Waluigi for short. It all started back then, a kingdom called Waluigi Kingdom. Really? That's the name of it? I bet it's sounding really cool. Anyways, and Waluigi Kingdom is based on the same thing, but the only difference is that Waluigi caused mayhem, and basically enough have led to some many attempts, and he ended up in jail. As such, he actually made a final straw. As such, his punishment is not to jail, not be tortured or even killed. He was sentenced to exile, somewhere far away from the Waluigi Kingdom. As such, that he faced him all alone, until a mysterious person named Wario that trying to take the Bowser's golden statue, and come to realize that Wario is actually his brother. So it typically enough that both of them have a brotherly bond, and once more, the two of them became their rampaging moment throughout the Mushroom Kingdom. And such, the Wario brothers, Wacky Wario brothers, have been born. And then more time that Waluigi get rejected by Smash Bros. Ultimate, which I don't want to talk about it, that basically enough caused him to become a god. Well, technically a owner to the T-pose virus that's similar to Resident Evil, but there's a difference. And such, he later become a villain, but then become a hero once again as he helped out with Bob and Joe Merry Christmas. It is another time for another story. And to be fair, the world of SMG4 is kind of odd to my opinion. Anyways, and fun fact, Waluigi is also known as Hans YOLO. Han YOLO. Really? Who made these stuff? Anyways, he's currently 18 and he used to be a lawyer, a circus manager, and a taco. But despite this, he has some amazing abilities such as the Waluigi launcher, where he can able to transfer himself into a launcher and then launch it himself towards his target or a object. He also has the rejection powers. What this ability can do is giving Waluigi the transferring feelings of rejection into energy, which have fired people so they can feel the same suffering like Waluigi have all the years ago. And also we're meant to actually get him strength. And with the rejection powers, he gains some other techniques such as the T-pose virus, giving Waluigi to create a T-pose mushrooms and even using them to kill many people as his own zombies. He able to teleport and create portals. He also the master of creation, where he creates a zone conquer from the rejection powers. He also can shapeshift, also been shown in my convention. He also have mind control ability, where he able to mind control people, and even includes with the Master Hand, the same Master Hand that able to create the Smash Bros. Universe as sorts. He also has a psychokinesis, where he able to do manipulate movements or even counter objects to a very high degree. And but his most strongest one is the rejection realm, where it's stated that everything that people sent there will be rejected from their power. In short term, you probably much lost your powers at that best. Even stated from the War of Italians 2018. But despite this, he has some arsenals such as bombs, which of course used to do explosives, a giant taco for some reason. He also has the T-pose shrooms, which affects many people into a T-pose zombie at least. And can be directed and affected multiple targets at once, although it does be cured later on by one-offs, but in my convention it doesn't no longer, so that's a thing. And plus, it's pretty unstructurable if they're trapped in the T-pose virus, and can be turn other people into zombies like the original ones, of course. But what all contained rejection power is from the staff of rejection. It enchanted rejected powers increase from the staff, and once it's been powered up, it can be upgraded to T-pose virus that cannot be cured. In short, it's pretty powerful in the SMG4 universe. Well, second. SMG4 Waluigi incarnation has some several ways to back up his strength. He able to survive from being flying towards to space by Sonic, overpowered Master Hand, able to trick the entire Mushroom Kingdom and into rejecting him, gaining much more power, and he keeps getting rejected. He runs a successful taco stand on his own. He even managed to force SMG4 and Mario to fight each other in the War of the Titans 2018, top of the true meaning of Christmas and value of friendship, even though that he tried to kill Bob at short point. He even defeated and Trick and also mutilated Maggie, Master Hand, Psycho, and even Shroomy at best. I mean, what else? Although I do admit it actually made a stronger incarnation for Waluigi, but for many characters, Waluigi in SMG4 has some flaws. His powers can be loose if he sets his true feelings like happiness or sadness. He also have lost most of his powers if the staff tradition get destroyed. Plus, he most likely been used a minion in some videos before, besides the Waluigi arc as well. Yeah, basically enough, Waluigi in SMG4 universe still have the same fate like Waluigi in the canon universe. But if I were to say anything, this is one man that you cannot reject. Because basically enough, at the end of the day, even though he still retains his powers, SMG4 Waluigi is definitely the strongest. And for those who dare reject him, you have one chance to unreject, otherwise he'll get you.
Waluigi time!
He is basically enough one of the infamous and memorable creepypasta known to date. And basically enough, you know why. First, he comes to you when everything is set on fire. Then the music plays. And then he kills you. Well, technically the characters. This was the rapper Sonic.EXE. But before he was known as such, he was known as X. No one knows about who X is, but we do know that X is an entity that spawned the demon of somewhere for some reason. Anyways, X is admires few, but the most ones is Sonic the Hedgehog. He's admired so much, he decided to corrupt the Hedgehog. In short, that eventually able to corrupt the Hedgehog successfully, well, in the console. But not only he managed to corrupt this Hedgehog, but also corrupted the whole entire world into a living hell. In short, that Sonic the Hedgehog was gone, and X merged with him, becoming the creepypasta spring-on fastest hedgehog, Sonic.EXE. And to be fair, at least this is one of the original EXEs out there. To be honest, there's too much EXEs in the world. I mean, with Cup EXE, Mario EXE, it's basically the same thing that made people trying to copy the same paste to this character. Anyways, it's don't know what age that Sonic is, but it know that he had no birth. Anyways, X, I'm gonna call him from his birth name, he had a non-sexual precision, which shows that within the void, he also describes as non-existent outsider in his own universe, or our universe best. And with it, he had plenty of abilities such as creating a black hole when he uses his mouth to trap or destroy souls. He also had teleportation to self-explanatory as best. He also exists this oration where he uses his mouth to being able to create a black hole that can able to erase foes from existence. He also impacted manipulation when he has a connection to those with a corrupted heart and able to manipulate their darkest emotions. He also had mind manipulation when he enslaves various victims when he took them to his own realm. He had soul manipulation that corrupted the souls of many victims and even sending them to his own dimension. He also had reality warping, which had been complete control over his own reality and even distract others. He had immortality, which had been shown that Sonic.EXE was never birthed, so it makes sense that began with his true form and gave him immortality when in our plane exists. He also had info manipulation, where he can able to mess with data contained within the Sonic CD. He had time paradox immunity, where it stated that he able to create himself without a lack of a career or birth. He also had the pocket reality manipulation, where it creates his own dimension of his nightmares. He had part of it would grant him victims immortality to torture them, of course. He also had shapeshift, where he able to kill to shapeshift to his avatars as a main appearance of Sonic characters. He also had possession, where he able to control entire game runs just to be messing with opponents and can able to take control over other beings as well. He also had dream manipulation, where he can able to appear in dreams of humans that resides them into their nightmares. And also had the portal creation, able to create portals to different other locations somewhere in the Sonic CD universe. But the most powerful one is the dark matter manipulation, where he able to eliminate a dark matter and can compose his body as such. So basically now it kind of like a main source to his power in some way. Sonic.EXE have proven that he's no .EXE character or creepypasta to mess with. He able to maintain his own dark dimension, of which he able to reveal to be created. Outspeed, miles test per hour. He able to kill main force animals, has tried several souls in his own realm before. He even able to let Angel Island to be on fire at the beginning, and able to kill Tails, Knuckles, and even Dr. Robotnik Eggman. And during that best, he wasn't actually prepared for it, so in short that he managed to kill them without any problems. Well, sorry, Eggman, but he managed to kill him at will. Man, and you really think about it, Sonic.EXE is pretty that strong, am I right? However, Sonic.EXE also has its own flaws. He mostly enjoy infecting and pain and suffering. Always wanted to break his victims, not even causing them to, let's say, get an advantage, and not basically killing them fast. He only fought those who are mortal, so basically now he never actually fought that someone stronger than him. It's also worth mentioning that if he outside his universe, he have limits to his soul elimination. Plus, if he spent too much outside of his universe, it will cause him to presumably die. Go back to his own, where he wants to, as long as the portal is there. But still, it can be easy to be killed, and even can possess somebody to reject this weakness. But to be honest, if without the fall, Sonic.EXE could have been indestructible, but he still is to this current day. In short, Sonic.EXE will prove a point that he can be much more tougher and deadly than the original. In short, this is one creepypasta character that you can't even keep up.
I am the ultimate life form. I am life and death.
Alright, combatants have been done analyzed. But reveal who's the winner? Let's go see the results that you guys voted, shall we? Let's go! Alright, that's something new to prove. But anyways, over 34 votes, that SMG4 Waluigi gets 85.3%, and Sonic.EXE gets 14.7%. And surprisingly, only the coincidence that one of the users had the Sonic.EXE, I can see why. But anyways, there's only about 7 comments, so let's get to it. Ultraman is okay, no, I'm not gonna say it. I feel like if I say it, it might cause something. Anyways, he said that SMG4 Waluigi solos does his engineering span, but Waluigi has shown to control the world. And interesting, Richard stated also that SMG4 Waluigi wins. He can make a black hole, and also Sonic.EXE is killed to Sonic, Crescent One, Sonic Duke stated that which version. I said normal, didn't Duke.exe say that Sonic.exe win, and also where the story is that basically stated that Waluigi win because he's stronger and tricked Mario, SMG4 and many more, and even cause he takes to win. Well, I'm not gonna say that as well. And also Joshua James has stated that Sonic.exe win because he proved so, and also had got this in the bag. Good opinion. Now let's get to the winner. And the winner between two people that use their powers for no longer responsibilities is SMG4 Waluigi. Yeah, clearly the main people seen this coming. And to be fair, comparing from the votes is pretty much mandatory. But I feel like that main creepypasta characters may be questioning why that SMG4 Waluigi to win. Well, let's get to the category, shall we? Let's go. Alright, let's start with speed. Now, I had to give this category to Sonic.EXE. While Sonic.EXE may not be the same as Sonic, but he is much more faster than him. He is clearly infinite, which at first when in a void, he non-existent the president between dimensions, to omnipotent from his own dimension. So, to be honest, for speed measure gate to his Sonic.EXE, although to strength is could go either way, but SMG4 Waluigi definitely gets it. Because basically now, if I was going to any character, it had to be SMG4, which SMG4 is at best can able to be compared with Mario, which is who able to destroy the space-time continuum, causing a massive confusion, freaking out, and messing up all the video sketches. So compared to that, it's pretty much eventually the strength bench gave to his Waluigi. Although the intelligence bench is clearly gonna give to clearly Sonic.EXE. Now to be fair, Waluigi is much more smarter than his other counterpart, but though to be fair, Sonic.EXE is shown that he is way much more smart and being not omnipotent, and even shown that he able to trick many people. So in intelligence, I am giving to Sonic.EXE. But to be fair, Waluigi has experience those who are pretty smarter than him, like SMG4 and hell, even Psycho, and even Tari, Streaming, and even Crane Machines, and many more. Experience definitely goes to SMG4 Waluigi, because he managed to trick not just one, not just two, but many. Only Sonic.EXE ever tricked is based on 3 people, so experience in Game 2 is Waluigi. And for durability, well, I had to give to Sonic.EXE, but in the end, Waluigi gets the durability. And while at best, Sonic.EXE has the bright bonus, but only from gun and missiles, while Luigi, to be careful, compared to SMG4, can even survive by Luigi Death Stare, and even say that he can not only just beat Goku, but also Kirby and Mario, and even Sonic. So, clearly in the end, Sonic.EXE may have the talent and speed, but those two isn't enough to take down Waluigi. Although there's one category that I have to mention. Can Sonic.EXE can beat Waluigi SMG4 in his own universe? Well, let me tell you something. See, the reason why that Sonic.EXE can't even lose even towards his universe, to be honest, well, it's actually his main source. And you have said before in his flaws, if he stay out from his universe long enough, he can be killed. And while it may not be a problem for Sonic.EXE, but there's one major problem for him as well, which is Waluigi's rejected realm / the dimension, which is be stated from the SMG4 video War of Italians. It's stated that entire existence place is nothingness, devoid of any life or in compilation. So in short, it's basically enough a way of saying that you cannot use anything. In short, Sonic.EXE can be defenseless. Basic enough, well, it may be true, but sadly, basic enough, it shows that the rejected dimension is 10 times stronger, like shown with Sonic.EXE dimension. So in the end, while Sonic.EXE have speed intelligence, but Waluigi got strength, experience, and durability to want to fight. And you could say Sonic.EXE have been rejected to the fight. The winner is SMG4 Waluigi.